Tunde's heart pounded as the irate crowd closed in, their voices rising like thunder. He clutched his battered phone to his chest, his dreams teetering on the edge of ruin. Welcome, dear friends, to our tales. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell so you never miss a story. And let us know in the comments where you're tuning in from: Nairobi, London, New York, or right here in Lagos. Every morning before sunrise, Tunde woke up in his tiny room behind his auntie's shop in Mushin. He'd carefully slice ripe plantains, fry them golden brown, and load them into trays for his morning customers. By 6 a.m., his spot at the busy Adeniji Adele bus stop buzzed with activity. Commuters chased the Danfo buses, touts shouted destinations, and Tunde shouted his own special. Plantain chips, crunchy and spicy, only 50 naira. Tunde was good with people. He knew names of regulars: Madam Folake, who always wanted extra pepper; Mr. Okoro, who bought 2 trays for his office; and young students who begged for credit at week's end. But deep inside, Tunde dreamed bigger. He dreamed of building something that could reach millions, not just the few who walked by his cart every day. One evening, as Tunde packed up, his old phone battery died. Again. He had borrowed airtime from a cousin to check YouTube tutorials on phone repairs. He imagined starting a small repair shop. But that night, walking home under dim streetlights, a thought struck him. What if I could make an app that helps people find snacks like mine without leaving home? In Mushin, everyone knew someone who sold jollof rice, puff puff, kelewel, or plantain chips, but finding them at 10 p.m. was a gamble. Some vendors worked late, others closed early. Tunde pictured an app where hungry students, tired office workers, and late-night commuters could order street food with a few taps. Simple, fast, reliable. Tunde had zero coding experience, but his childhood friend Chioma worked at a small tech startup in Ikea. Over bowls of ibe and egusi soup, he pitched her the idea. She laughed at first. An app for street food? That's crazy. But then she nodded. Crazy can work, she said. They met at a cafe near Computer Village. Every afternoon, between sips of bitter coffee, Chioma taught Tunde HTML, CSS, and the basics of JavaScript. Tunde spent nights teaching himself Python from borrowed library books. His auntie shook her head when he used a cooker to charge his phone. "This your hunger for technology go spoil house," she scolded. But she secretly bought him extra plantain, proud of his hustle. After 3 months, they had a prototype, BukaBuka, named for the quick, small roadside eateries called bukas. They uploaded it to a test group on WhatsApp. 10 vendors from Mushin and Yaba signed up, and 20 friends agreed to try ordering. On launch day, Madam Folak tapped her screen and sent an order. Tunde dashed with a tray of spicy plantain to her bus stop. It worked, a small victory, but huge for Tunde. He posted screenshots on social media, hoping for more users. Orders trickled in. 5 today, 10 tomorrow. Each delivery made Tunde grin as wide as a third mainland bridge at sunset. Just when things looked up, trouble came. A tall, well-dressed man approached Tunde at the bus stop. He introduced himself as Mr. Adebayo from Foodfly, a bigger, better-funded startup. He offered vendors fancy tablets, free data plans, and higher commission rates if they joined Foodfly. Slowly, vendors left BukaBuka. Tunde's heart sank. Chioma reminded him, "Never run from a storm. Learn from it. Find your own wind." So, Tunde hopped on a KK Napip tricycle and toured the streets, asking vendors what they liked and hated about Food Fly. He learned that the tablets were slow, the app crashed, and support was hard to reach. People missed the personal touch of Tunde's gentle voice when they called. He saw his chance. Tunde spent sleepless nights rewriting the app. He added a chat feature so vendors and customers could talk directly. He built a small support team. His cousin Sola and his neighbor, sweet-spoken Ifeoma. They answered calls with warm greetings. "Good afternoon. How can we help?" Slowly, BukaBuka orders climbed back up. Then came the biggest twist. During Lagos traffic gridlock, a frightened young woman ran up to Tunde's cart. She held her phone out, tears in her eyes. "My brother is at University of Lagos crashing from hunger. He can't cook. Your app, can it deliver to halls at night?" Tunde realized that his reach could be more than bus stops. He found local bikers who rode at night and added a night shift option in the app. Word spread. BukaBuka delivers at 2 a.m. Orders soared. BukaBuka became the buzz on radio stations and WhatsApp groups. Interest came, knocking in the form of an email from a small Lagos-based angel investor, Mrs. Adetokunbo. She had heard about BukaBuka's success and wanted to meet. Tunde, in his paint-splattered t-shirt stained with plantain oil, wiped his hands on his jeans and met her in a sleek office in Victoria Island. She nodded approvingly at his app demo. "Your passion is real," she said. "I want to help you scale this across Nigeria." Tunde blinked. He had faced police raids for hawking without a license, dodged touts, and stayed up coding on borrowed power banks. But boardrooms? He wasn't ready. But Chioma patted his back. "You're ready enough. Learn as you go." With Mrs. Adetokunbo's backing, they moved into a small co-working space. They hired 3 developers, a designer, and a marketer. Tunde watched as his dream grew beyond snack carts to laptops and ledgers. 6 months later, BukaBuka had 5,000 active vendors and 100,000 users. But on the day Tunde was to pitch BukaBuka at a major tech conference, a sudden thunderstorm knocked out power across Lagos. Backup generators failed, the main stage went dark. Tunde could have panicked. Instead, he led the audience outside under colorful umbrellas. He called up a group of street vendors to set up a live hawker cart right there. As rain dripped from the stage lights, vendors cooked jollof rice and fried snacks on portable stoves. Tunde invited the crowd to taste while he demonstrated the app on his phone by taking orders and handing out trays. By the end, investors were lining up, wallets in hand, ready to write checks. They had never seen such creativity under pressure. When the lights came back on, news cameras flashed. Headlines the next day read, "Lagos vendor becomes tech mogul," all in a rainy pitch. Social media called it overnight success. But Tunde knew better. Behind the current hype lay years of waking at dawn, scraping savings, fumbling with code, facing down competition, and learning from every failure. Yet the story of overnight success sold well, especially to people who didn't see the long nights in the tiny room, the cracked phone screen, or the tastes of burnt plantain when he ran out of oil. With new funding, Tunde launched Buka Academy, a free coding and business bootcamp in Mushin. He wanted aspiring entrepreneurs, street vendors, market traders, bus conductors to learn tech skills. He hired Chioma as lead instructor. Auntie proudly served plantain chips to students during breaks. One day, a bright-eyed girl named Amara arrived. She had a beaten-up tablet and big dreams. Tunde smiled and saw a bit of his old self. He told her, Welcome to Buka Academy. Here, your hustle plus knowledge can change your world. And that, dear friends, is how a Lagos street vendor became a tech mogul overnight. Not by magic, but by courage, curiosity, and the unbreakable spirit of hustle. If you enjoy this folktale, please subscribe, like, and share your favorite part in the comments. Where did you watch from? Let us celebrate your own hustle story.